We have just turned into the 6 o'clock hour here on your Wednesday morning. Good morning to you, Kentuckiana. I'm Jim Stratman.
And I'm Grace McKenna. We are glad you're joining us here on what is shaping up to be a much quieter morning than any that we've had in the last few days.
And a much colder morning, it seems
a little cooler,
like.
yeah.
Cooler indeed. You know, we're tracking some cooler than average temperatures, you guys. It's going to be kind of an offset than what we've seen for the past several days. So get ready for a cooler trend across Kentuckiana. But yes, we're finally welcoming a calmer and quieter pattern across the city this morning. You'll notice those clouds having a few breaks in them. I'm expecting us to have a fairly sunny morning, but some clouds will start to roll back into our skies as we head later on into the afternoon hours. Temperatures a bit mild. We're in the mid-60s. Winds breezy out of the west-northwest at 10 miles per hour. We're going to see this trend as we head throughout the day. There's really not going to be that much of a warm-up. Temperatures for the rest of us ranging in the mid-60s near Shepherdsville. Over there in southern Indiana, we're at 58 near Bedford, 63 Scottsburg, 61 for you guys closer towards Elizabethtown. Now, the area of low pressure that was responsible for a lot of our rain showers yesterday have now made their way farther off towards the east. That low pressure still centered over Michigan, though. Since it has not advanced its way that far away from us, we're still going to see some clouds flow in from it, and the chances for a few isolated showers will still be possible. As of right now, we're continuing just to see a few rounds of clouds flowing in through our skies. That's going to be the case as we head throughout most of our morning before those clouds begin to shape back up again as we head later on into our afternoon time. So I'd say closer towards 12 p.m. That's whenever we'll start to see more clouds developing closer towards southern Indiana. They'll start to grow more across the Kentucky side as we head later on into the afternoon and closer towards our evening hours. And I'm not ruling out the possibility for a few chances of some isolated rain showers as we head into the later parts of the day. But as I mentioned, we're going to be much cooler as we head into the nighttime hours. We've got lows dropping into the lower 50s throughout our overnight time. So get ready for a cooler trend. That's a look at your weather details for now. More of that coming up here in just a bit. Here's a check of traffic this morning. All of our cameras are looking good so far. If you're trying to make your way on I-71 or I-64, I-65, everyone looking good to go out there. If anything changes, we'll let you know.
All right, Matt, thank you. This week, the Jefferson County School Board will pick the next superintendent of JCPS.
The two men vying for the job laid out their priorities and how they'd tackle some of the district's biggest challenges in the last couple of public forums last night. Gabriel Gonzalez is live with us this morning out of the Van Hoos Education Center, laying out what was discussed in those meetings. Good morning, Gabe.
Hey, good morning, Jim and Grace. Community members finally got to ask their questions to the two men who could be leading JCPS next year. Now, these questions, they were really hot topic issues, everything from the district's budget to potential tax increases and the district priorities. First, let's talk about those potential tax increases. Both candidates have said they do support tax increases. Dr. Brian Yearwood told WHAS on Monday he supports long increase as long as every penny goes back to the students. At the forum yesterday, he said the increase needs to happen collaboratively.
It's not, hey, let's go increase taxes. We must answer the question, why do we truly need a tax increase? Have we looked at all our inefficiencies in our district? And the only way a tax increase will be put out there is if it's collaboratively.
Now, Ben Scholdener also expressed his support for a tax increase, calling on the community to rally behind the proposal.
We're probably going to have to raise taxes, you know? That's just the deal. And, you know, I would love your support on that.
Scholdener said he also wants to focus on fixing toxic workplace culture and retaining teachers. Both candidates stress the importance of safety achievement and of student achievement and student safety, with Yearwood proposing a district-wide mentorship initiative to build stronger connections between educators and students. The school board is expected to make its decision on the superintendent on Thursday. Now back here live, the candidates were also asked about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and if they would support ending or keeping DEI in JCPS schools. I will have that answer for you coming up in the next half hour of GMK. Jim, Grace.
All right, Gabe, thank you. Now to the monster tornado that struck southeastern Kentucky on Friday. This video from the London Corbin Airport shows the moment the tornado moved through. The National Weather Service has now confirmed officially that it was an EF4 nearly a mile wide. It stayed on the ground for more than 55 miles between Pulaski and Laurel counties, hitting peak winds of 170 miles an hour. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear issued mandatory evacuations for two hard-hit neighborhoods in Laurel County, where 17 people died. Officials were worried more severe weather last night could be dangerous if it launched debris from Friday's storm into the air, turning it into potentially deadly projectiles. Without internet access right now, homeowners like Tom Addington waited for officials to knock on their doors, notifying them of the evacuation.
I would rather stay home and protect my own property, but you can't protect it from nature.
The mandatory evacuation ended at 11 last night. The governor says cleanup will cost tens of millions of dollars, but vows the state will stay the course to help communities rebuild.
People are going to be carrying a lot of trauma and grief with them, and we've got to be there for them today, tomorrow, next week, next year, and over the years it takes to rebuild.
The governor says 8 people injured during the tornado are still in the hospital, and at least 2 are in critical condition. For folks here in Louisville, storm debris drop-off locations open up today. There are 3 in Jefferson County, the Public Works Yard on Lower River Road, the Hubbard's Lane Recycling Center, and across from the Solid Waste Office on Meriwether Avenue. The sites will be open today through Friday from 2 to 7. Only tree debris will be accepted, and you do have to live in the county, so be ready to show your ID.
Another inmate has died at the Louisville jail. Officials with the jail say that a 43-year-old man was found unconscious yesterday morning in a dorm housing unit. Medical staff and Louisville Fire and EMS did both respond, but were unable to save that man. His identity has not been released just yet. We're told by jail officials that he had been in the jail since March. This is the 3rd death inside the Louisville Department of Corrections jail in 2025. Louisville police need your help in identifying this woman you see on your screen right here. They say that she targeted an elderly shopper outside of the Hillview Walmart on April 23rd. Now, investigators say the woman followed the victim into the parking lot, then approached while the victim was loading items into her car, stealing some of her property. And detectives believe that she wasn't working alone. The suspect was seen leaving in a white SUV driven by another person who had been circling the lot. If you have any information, you're asked to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD.
The Louisville Metro Housing Authority has completed the first phase of its move to the 500 West building downtown. Officials say the new location will help modernize operations and make services more accessible. Executive Director Elizabeth Strojan says consolidating staff under one roof will boost efficiency and improve student support for residents. Phase 2 of the move is set to begin sometime this year and will eventually bring the Housing Choice Voucher program into the new space as well.